let's dive right into this explainer. If you run a boutique studio, you already know the payment software you pick is literally the central nervous system of your whole operation. If it crashes, everything grinds to a halt. Today, we're unpacking a massive industry report covering the absolute best point of sale, or POS systems, for small studios in 2026.
But before we get into the top picks, let's address the elephant in the room. The single most common, and frankly most expensive mistake small studios make right out of the gate is buying a generic retail register. Why? Because your business runs on class schedules and recurring memberships. A generic POS is built to scan barcodes and ring up t-shirts, you know? But you're selling access, you're selling time, you're selling community. It's a completely different business logic. Trying to jam a studio's needs into a retail POS is literally where you leak time and money every single day.
So here's our roadmap for this explainer. First, we'll cover that costly mistake in detail. Next, we'll help you pinpoint your exact studio type. Then we dive into the top POS picks for fitness, beauty, and retail spaces. Oh, and stick around for Section 6, because we're going to expose a massive hidden fee trap. Let's go.
All right, Section 1, the one costly mistake, or as the report calls it, the problem with bolting on.
So imagine this, you buy that standard retail POS. Cool, but wait, you need clients to book classes, so you bolt on a separate scheduling app. Then you realize, oh, I need to handle monthly subscriptions, so you bolt on a separate billing tool. Before you know it, your front desk software looks like a mad scientist's lab. And when you have to manually reconcile all these completely disconnected apps, yeah, you lose time, you lose money, and honestly, you completely lose track of your members' data. You're basically doing the work of 3 different systems by hand. It's a recipe for human error and missed revenue.
Moving right along to Section 2, finding your studio type, or the taxonomy of studios.
To fix this Frankenstein software issue, you have to mentally place yourself into one of these 3 main buckets, based on where your revenue actually comes from. Bucket 1 is class and membership-based. Think fitness, yoga, martial arts, where scheduling and recurring billing are the lifeblood of the business. Bucket 2 is appointment-based. This is your salons, beauty bars, tattoo parlors. Your revenue relies heavily on one-on-one time slots, deposits, and tips. And Bucket 3 is product and retail-based. Craft studios, makers, places where physical transactions are the main event. Now, you might dabble in a couple of these, but you've got to pick your primary driver.
Based on the report, this Matchmaker chart lays out the definitive recommendations for every single category. It's fascinating how different systems absolutely dominate their specific buckets. For fitness, GymRoute and MindBody take the lead. For appointments, it's Vagaro and Gloss Genius. And for retail, you're looking at Square, Shopify, and Clover. Let's actually break these down, bucket by bucket.
Section 3, POS for fitness and wellness. This is where scheduling and memberships absolutely have to live under one roof.
For small to mid-sized independent fitness studios, the guide clearly points to GymRoute. Why? Because it tightly integrates everything onto one single member profile, and crucially, it doesn't skim your bookings with marketplace commissions. That's a massive win for your margins. Whether a member buys a water bottle at the front desk, books a 10-class pack online, or just gets billed for their unlimited monthly plan, it all syncs to the exact same record. No more mad scientist software. It's truly all-in-one.
Now, for the established or multi-location boutiques, MindBody is the long-standing heavyweight in the space. It handles high-volume scaling like a champ and actually features a built-in consumer marketplace where locals can actively discover your studio. But as the report points out, this does come with a catch. You're looking at higher costs, a much steeper learning curve, and the awkward reality that this marketplace will list your direct competitors right next to you. So it's incredibly powerful, but definitely geared more towards scaling studios rather than your day one setup.
But hey, what if your studio isn't just group classes? Maybe you blend group Pilates with one-on-one personal training. If that's you, Vagaro is highlighted as an amazing budget-friendly alternative. It bundles booking, POS, and marketing tools all together. It gives you all that mixed service flexibility without the massive enterprise-level price tag. All right, Section 4, POS for salons and beauty. Let's look at managing the appointment-driven business. In this world, your POS literally has to double as your calendar. For solo beauty pros, estheticians, or boutique studios looking for a super sleek interface and a built-in booking site, Gloss Genius is the undisputed favorite right now. It delivers this highly polished, branded experience for your clients, all on a really simple flat-rate subscription. Booking, payments, client reminders, it handles the whole shebang beautifully.
On the flip side, if you're a brand new or maybe just a super budget-conscious appointment studio, like a startup tattoo shop or a solo massage therapist, Square Appointments is the default recommendation. The biggest draw here? 0 monthly software cost to start. You literally just pay the standard processing fees when you swipe a card, but it still handles the vital stuff perfectly, taking deposits to stop those annoying no-shows, sending out automatic reminders, and seamlessly managing tips for your staff.
Moving to Section 5, POS for retail and creatives. This one is all about selling goods in person and online.
So if you're a maker or a craft studio, you might need simple booking for an occasional weekend pottery workshop, but your main focus is moving physical product. The report highlights 3 absolute powerhouses here. First, Square POS. It's the go-to for basic in-person retail because, again, it's free to start. Second is Shopify POS. If you also sell online, this is the absolute gold standard. It perfectly syncs your physical and e-commerce inventory so you never accidentally double sell a unique one-of-a-kind item. And third, Clover. This is for scaling brick and mortars that really want premium countertop hardware and the freedom to pick their own specific payment processor.
Quick side note here for the service-based creatives. If you're a photographer, a designer, or a recording studio relying on contracts and deposits rather than a physical front counter, you actually want to skip the traditional POS register entirely. The report suggests using dedicated client management platforms like Honeybook or just keeping it simple with Square invoices. Bottom line, don't buy a clunky cash register if your clients are only ever interacting with you through an email link. Make sense?
Okay, Section 6, the hidden fee trap. Let's talk about scaling beyond flat rates.
As your business takes off, you have to watch your processing fee structure just as closely as your monthly software bill. Almost everyone starts with flat rate processing. That's your typical standard percentage plus a few cents per tap. It's super easy and predictable for beginners. But here is the trap. As you process more and more transactions, that flat rate starts aggressively eating your profit margins. To fix this, you eventually need to move to Interchange Plus pricing. Think of Interchange Plus like paying the true, actual wholesale cost of the card swipe, plus just a tiny, transparent markup for the processor. At high volumes, it is an absolute game changer for your bottom line.
So what's the magic tipping point? Well, according to the report, it's this number right here. Once your monthly card volume hits that $15,000 to $20,000 threshold, you absolutely have to switch to Interchange Plus pricing. Platforms that let you bring your own processor, or ones that negotiate bulk rates for you, become incredibly valuable at this stage. Listen, if you're pulling in 20 grand a month and you're still on a beginner flat rate plan, you are literally leaving hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars on the table every single year.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want you to reflect on your specific studio model and the fees you're paying right now. Ask yourself this one vital question. Is your POS working for you, or are you working for your POS? Seriously, if you're spending your evenings wrestling with software that wasn't even built for your industry, you aren't saving money. You are just paying for it with your own time. Audit those fees this week, take back your time, and let's make sure your systems are actually fueling your growth. Thanks for diving into the research with us, and we'll catch you next time.